commandments, love the Lord your God, love your neighbor. And that goes back to this idea of which we see many times in the Bible, this idea of love and loving God with all your heart and all your soul. Deuteronomy 6, you shall love Jehovah your God with all your heart, with all your soul. Echoed again in Matthew and Mark, you shall love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul. And then that kind of moves into the two great commandments. Love the Lord your God and love the person right in front of you. Just that's that beautiful sort of dichotomy, which is, it's not opposites. It's a dichotomy that is two. But the beautiful part is, again, that they are one. To love God is to love other people. To love other people is to love God. So I want to give a little different take on what this idea of loving God really is and what it looks like. And this is just a little line from the book, Secrets of Heaven, 2,930. And the line says, what comes from the heart comes from the Lord. So it's easy to think when you hear the two great commandments, love the Lord your God, love your neighbor, you just hear the one, like love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul. It's easy to kind of think of it out there, almost like a fan club, that here's God and we're to love God and we're kind of to be part of God's fan club. And I mean, that's probably not a bad place to start. That's probably where most of us start. But eventually that has to turn. We have to ask, well, what does that actually mean to love God? And the way I read this is that, it means that instead of it being out there, that love for God starts to be in here, and it's where we really start to live a heartfelt life. So it's because God doesn't, God is God. God does not need our love in the way we might think. It's different. It's God needs us to be loving. He doesn't need to be loved. He needs us to be loving. That's a very different thing. And that's where the heartfelt life comes from. And the heartfelt life comes from that heartfelt thing that moves out there into the world. That's what love of God, love of other people really look like. And it's interesting, friends, because there's a satisfaction that comes from that. And it's a different kind of satisfaction. In life we think satisfaction, that if I do just feel good, do it. That'll make me feel great. And if it feels bad, don't do it. Well, the reality is in the spiritual life, you're going to have to do a lot of things that do not make you feel terribly good, because we have to get over ourselves. That's always painful. That always involves a sense of loss, maybe even a sense of death with a small d. But there's some things we have to give up. So it's not about just doing what we like. It's a satisfaction that's born of taking on the struggle and the challenges of life and really kind of meeting them head on, because as human beings, to really learn to be loving, we have to learn to struggle. Like, there is no way around it. That's why love is a verb, not a noun. It really has to be that kind of sort of coming in and going out, I guess would be the best way to describe it. And the heartfelt life, like, I think we probably all know when we're coming from that real heartfelt thing. And just think for yourself. Quick question for you. When was the last time you received a really heartfelt note from someone that really made a difference? It's like, oh yeah, they really saw me. They really heard me. They really understood me. That was so heartfelt. And it may be about a struggle. Even it may not be something where they're coming to you with something they'd like to thank you for. It may be something where they're just in a heartfelt way really sharing a struggle, and you're really able to get it. Oh yeah, this is heartfelt. Like, there's no pretense, there's no whitewashing here. This is authentic. It embraces a degree of vulnerability that's appropriate. Those being around things that are heartfelt makes huge difference in the world. I just know, I had a couple of those conversations after church on Sunday, just simple ones, but they were so heartfelt. I would take 3 of those a day, over 3,000 views on YouTube anytime, because I think that's where we really thrive, is when we're in heartfelt relationships. So, again, goes back to, as always, like, be the change you want to see in the world. And literally be the change. And where can you live that heartfelt life today? Like, think about, okay, so this is where I experienced a heartfelt note coming in. How can I offer a heartfelt communication going out? Like, who would you write to? Who would you text? Who would you call? Pick one of those and just offer something heartfelt, something that really comes from your heart. And just watch the beauty of it, because it is beautiful to watch that. And we all want to be around heartfelt people. And heartfelt people may not be the most interesting people in the world, but they definitely are the most interested people in the world. And that's a yeah, that old thing, be interested, not interesting, is a great little way to live our lives. So friends, that is the thought for today. I hope that makes sense. Figuring out a way you can come to something in a heartfelt way today. And again, God speaks to us in the opportunities he puts in front of us. So we're all going to have opportunities to do that. And best of wishes in that endeavor today. So with that, dear friends, we're going to take a little breath. We're going to do a little meditation. We're going to do a prayer. We're going to do a blessing, and we'll say hi to our friends who have joined us on Facebook. So with that, dear friends, let's listen to the prayer bell. Be still and know that I am God. Be still and know that I am. Be still and know that I. Be still and know that. Be still and know. Be still and. Be still. Be. Our Father, who art in the heavens, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, as in heaven, so upon the earth. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts, as we also forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory forever. Amen. May the Lord bless you and keep you. May the Lord make his face to shine upon you and be gracious unto you. May the Lord lift up his countenance upon you, bring you peace, and bring you home. Amen. All right, dear friends, let's get a quick little peek here and see if our friends have been able to join us this morning. All right. Take a look over here. Okay, come on, Nelly. Oh, friends, this thing is so creeping along today. So my apologies. All right. Come on, Nelly. It's not showing me that I went out on either one, but I think I did. I think for some reason my computer's just behind. So I will leave written comments today. So wishing